Row here says Arteta is a better manager than Oli. At least he won some trophies. Do you know what I would say is this? I'm not going to agree or disagree, but I don't want either. It's almost, I call it that for me, it's like having a micro penis competition. You might have one that's mine might be an inch, Lee's might be an inch and a half, but Lee ain't going to celebrate that. Like, it's like, yes, it's a micro penis competition. It don't mean too much for me. Like winning, what's interesting is this, right? To be fair, like both our managers have done some good things. Like Ollie's really helped to rebuild so many elements of the club. He's built the squad right. He's got us to a point where we're good enough to compete. He just needs to now be replaced as an example. I'm not sure Arteta has done that, but I remember Ollie made a bit of a dig last year, and people kind of twisted it into like Ollie not wanting to win trophies, but they missed the point where he said you have to look at league positions to gauge progression, not just winning a trophy. Because if Ollie wouldn't have got us back into the top four in this time, and a solid top four team, but had won a League Cup and an FA Cup, would that have been as good for the club? In my opinion, no. Because you look at Arteta, he's won the FA Cup, but as it stands right now, you haven't progressed overall as a football club as it stands. And by the way, I'm not defending it.
He was the water break champion. That's all he was, mate. Yeah, he got lucky. And this is another thing as well. Our fans cry their eyes out about VAR, stitch us up and all that, yeah? Right? Let's have it right here. VAR pretty much won us that FA Cup, right? Because we had 2 goals disallowed. Oh, sorry, Sheffield United had 2 goals disallowed against us for offside. Yeah? If VAR hadn't have given them, Sheffield United would have knocked us out in the quarters. Yeah, and then Danny Ceballos scored in 90th minute or whatever it was. Yeah, when we get to the final, VAR gave a second yellow to Kovacic, I think it was.
Yeah.
When you watch that back, Xhaka actually stamped on him, so it should have been a second yellow for Xhaka. Yeah, and this is and then at Old Trafford, everyone stops for offside. Aubameyang dinks the goalkeeper. Yeah, he wheels away. It goes to VAR. No, he's onside, but everyone stopped. Yeah, so it's like nobody talks about them VAR decisions, do they? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like for me, Terry, yeah, Ollie's crap, right? Ollie is crap. He's got a better squad. If you swap them 2 teams around, 2 managers around, I don't think he'd be anywhere near a title still. But I also don't think you'd drop any further, perhaps. Maybe you would. Maybe you would actually get out of the top 4 because this manager likes to micromanage everything, yeah? And this is what makes me laugh with it, right? So you've got a whole week to get your team together and like the Brighton game, for example, from the game against Spurs to the Brighton game, we had a whole week, right? So he's on the training field for a week, getting his tactics and everything, game plan set up for that game, yeah? So why the fuck are you standing up for 90 minutes directing people around the football pitch? Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because you don't trust your fucking game plan. Yeah, Graham Potter was sat there like that for 90 minutes. Yeah, and he got up the odd time to have a little whisper to his number 2 about subs.
I also think, because I don't think being overtly animated makes you better or worse a manager. I think we go through these moments where, like, Ollie sits there quite still and it still went quite right. Pep's very animated and it is quite right. I just think if you've got it right, you've got it right. And I agree with you completely. I look at Mikel Arteta and Ollie, and they are just good. They're just at the elite end of the spectrum. They're just good managers. They're never going to be able to win league titles or Champions Leagues, either of them, in my opinion, irrespective of how good their squads are. What troubles me, though, is most Man United fans, even Ollie inners, they don't look at Ollie as this brilliant coach. They're talking about, it's Ollie for right now. It's needed as we're building other things and everything else. And I kind of agree with that to an extent because he has done a lot of great things behind the scenes that have been revealed that were needed. And I'm not saying that Arteta isn't helping in that capacity either. The difference is a lot of Arteta supporters are talking about him as a tactical genius in the making. Potential to be one of, we had it on our show the other week, man, like Harry and everybody else was saying, potential to be one of our greatest ever managers.
Based on what?
But that's my point. It's like, there is saying we need him right now. If we need him right now in this rebuild, he's not the best in the world, but it's the over egging of, I think he's going to be absolutely
but they don't believe it, Terry. That's my point. If you put me up against any of these people that are saying he's going to be one of the greatest managers we've ever seen in the world, put me up against one of them people and I'll just close them up all ends up, mate, because the fact and reality is they cannot give me any good reason to back that. All they'll come out with, Oh yeah, but we're changing the structure of the club. No, we're not. How are we changing the structure of the club? Oh yeah, but he's going down the youth route. Oh really? Okay, so why did we sign William then? Yeah, how comes we're giving a new contract to 28-year-old Granit Xhaka? How comes we gave a new contract to Aubameyang, who's 30? How comes Lacazette's still at the football club? Yeah.
How comes you might be re-signing? How comes you might be re-signing Wilshere and the Ox? Like,
and that's the
I want it to happen.
And then the argument
I
they
want
come
to see
out
the
with,
spin. I want to see the spin on that. I want to see the spin on it.
The argument they come back out with after that, though, Terry, is oh yeah, but listen, Rome wasn't built in a day. Blah blah blah. Yeah, but you've got to give it time. You've got to do that. He's got his team now. It's his team. Okay, so then you say to him, okay, cool. So where do you expect us to finish now? He's got his team. Oh well, if we can just get back into Europe. All right, so now you're saying sixth or seventh is cool. Oh no, I don't want the Conference League. We have to get Europa League. Okay, so the same Europa League that wasn't good enough for Unai Emery 2 years ago, is now that's the limit now. That's where you need us to be under the most generational football coach in world football, who's got all of his players that he wants now. Yeah, tactics level 100. You're chatting shit. Like, just stop chatting crap. Yeah, like genuinely say it as it is, but people won't say it as it is because still right now, the majority of people are backing this manager. Yeah, as soon as Brentford beat us, the majority wanted him out. As soon as we dropped Martin Odegaard and Aaron Ramsdale on the table, all of a sudden that's forgotten, swept under the carpet, bish, bash, bosh, we're now playing Chelsea. Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody cared about protests.
Mate,
I'm saying the flip and flop, mate. Why don't you people just say it as it is? Yeah, because you just make yourselves look stupid all season. Like genuinely, going from game to game. Cool, I understand that your feelings will change from win to loss and draw. Yeah, but to change your opinion on a football manager from 3 straight losses to 3 straight wins, I'm sorry, mate, you're chatting bollocks.